This is part 7 of the wedding day workshop. So once you've finished with the bride and groom shots, it's time for the reception. There are always variations, but most of the couples do it in a specific way. Before you've gone to the reception, alone time with the bride and groom is a great time to get some really nice shots. This is your opportunity to get some amazing shots of the two of them after the stress of the ceremony is over. Take advantage of it. You and your second shooter can do this at the same time to get several different angles, or you can have your second shooter go over to the reception or cocktail hour and get some candid shots there. As long as they're not getting shots of people eating, that's good. If you prefer to both stay behind and take pictures of the bride and groom, that's great. And so this is the list that normally happens at the reception. So the bride and groom are announced and they enter the reception. Be ready for backlit pictures, which I've already covered. You'll probably need a flash unless it's dark outside when they enter. Unless they're entering from an area that is indoors rather than outdoors, you're probably going to deal with backlight. Get a variety of shots, get the couple close up, zoom back, and get a few of the guests, zoom out more, and get a mid look at the room, and then finally zoom all the way out and get a picture of the whole room. Next, most couples will eat. So they'll announce that they're going to start the line. I don't advise ever taking pictures of people eating, other than the wedding cake that the bride and groom do. But this should be a break time for you. Discuss with the bride and groom ahead of time if vendors are going to be fed or if we should bring our own food. Either way, take a break, sit down, eat, and drink some water. The speeches usually take place either before or after the meal. I have seen some that were done during the meal. Whatever they've decided, pay attention to the timeline and be ready. You'll want to get shots of the speakers as they're giving their speeches, but also of the bride and groom and their reaction. Not just the bride and groom, but you can take pictures of the family members and friends and the wedding party, their reactions during the speeches. At this point, some couples will go to the dances, first dance, father-daughter, mother-son, and so on. Be ready for this as well. If it happens indoors or at night, I typically set up 2 flashes on tall stands, at least 6 feet, at the edges of the dance floor. I also keep a flash or video light on my camera, and if you're using a flash, try to stay about 6 feet away from your subjects so that it doesn't blow them out. And either before or after the dances, most couples cut the cake. I like to have one photographer in front shooting primarily the couple and the cake, while the other is behind shooting guests that are beyond the couple. So next, some couples play games. During this time, move around and get different angles and get plenty of candids. The next thing you'll likely want to prepare for is the exit. Your lighting will depend on where it takes place and if it's light or dark outside. It kind of depends on what they're going to be using as well, bubbles or sparklers. If you've never worked with sparklers before, I suggest that you get some and practice. Just, have kids hold them or whoever and try practicing taking some outside before you do it for the first time at a wedding.